Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin al-Nabi al-Ummi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Everything has a foundation, and if the foundation is strong, then whatever is built on that foundation is strong as well. So, in relation to Al-Siraat, nothing can be more foundational than our name, Al-Siraat. So this college was actually named by Miss Raha. She's one of the founders of the college. And the name Al-Siraat, the word Siraat means path. Al-Siraat means the path. So what is this path? Some people think that, understandably, that the name came from Ihdina Siraat al-Mustaqim, that Ya Allah guide us to the straight path, but it actually didn't come from this. The name actually came from a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Two hadith. The first one, I've been sent as a muallim, I've been sent as a teacher. And the second hadith, that I've been sent for the perfection, the beautification, the refinement of human conduct. I've been sent for the perfection of akhlaq. So we learn that there is a link. There is a link between teaching and learning, being a person of learning, and also between good character, good manners. So this path that we named the school was the path from learning to become people of beautiful, refined character. And that's what this path. So initially when we set up the school, like we say, our slogan is an Australian school in the Islamic tradition. Before that, our slogan was many journeys, one faith. And before that, our first slogan was from ta'aleem to akhlaq, from learning to character. Through this education, how we can become beautiful, refined, excellent human beings. And foundationally, if I had to choose between a student who was absolutely the best in their academics, they got 99.95 in their ATAR, but they were not a person of good character, they were not a person that people wanted to be around, and compared that to a person who may not have done as well, but they were of beautiful character and akhlaq, then I would want to choose that person. Like we heard from the hadith that Mufti Asim mentioned yesterday, that the heaviest thing on the day of judgment in the scales will be husn khulq, will be our character. More than our fasting, more than our hajj, more than all of our ibadat, waking up at night, the heaviest thing in the scale will be our character. So this is an area of developing adab that we're going to be really focusing on. So yesterday Mufti Asim started this series off with a talk about decent speech, about how to use this tongue in a beautiful manner. Right from the start, we imagined a beautiful environment at this school. I remember when we started the school, we had 3 words: calm, clean, orderly. Calm, that sense of calmness. People are calm. Clean. Cleanliness has many aspects. And orderly. Arranged. Like we heard yesterday about decent speech. Lying, we don't realize, but such a bad, mentioned in hadith to the meaning, such a bad smell comes to the mouth, from the mouth, when a person lies. We just can't smell it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hides it. Person swears, filthy words. They're not very, just imagine if we had some filth on our clothes, we had some dirt on our hands, we wouldn't be able to, we would feel unsettled until we cleaned ourselves. There's something dirty on my hands. So in the same way, speech has an effect as well. Prophet ﷺ gave a beautiful example. He said the example of a good friend, good company, is like a person goes into a perfume shop. So when they're around good people, they're like they're in a perfume shop. Even if they don't buy perfume, they'll get the benefit, nice smell. On the other hand, a person who's in bad company, around people who don't, who don't act in a good manner, then what happens? It's like they're in a blacksmith. They're like in a place where the steel is melted and sparks are flying. If one of the sparks don't get them, then the smell will go into their clothes, their smell will go into their body. So these are the effects. So alhamdulillah, one of our challenges, and I'm inviting you all to this challenge, it's a challenge. And I don't see us doing this challenge by, more rules, more coordinators, more demerits. This is not the style, this is not the way. If Victoria please put on a lot more police to enforce the road rules, until people really believe that I have to act in a safe manner, things won't change. It starts from the heart. That's why we really want to focus these messages to the heart. Because we have to change our belief to change our behaviour. And one of the ayats of Qur'an that I love in this space, where in Surah Furqan Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that the Ibad al-Rahman, the servants of Rahman, are those who walk softly on the earth. They don't disturb things where they go. They live their life in a manner that they don't disturb the environment they're in. In our context, for example, the yard, the classroom, the road, walking, the masjid, our house. We live our life in a way we don't disturb. But then, how we can also be a key for good. How we can also promote that goodness. So alhamdulillah, like I mentioned in the last series of our talks, we were talking about the great models of Islam. And I hope you all benefited from that. So now we're going to start talking about the type of behaviours, the type of qualities that we want. And inshallah, this is our challenge. And inshallah, I look forward to working with you to see that how we can make this a place, an environment, such a beautiful place that we imagined. I just finished with one example. So important for us in Australia. It's so important for us to be beautiful examples. Because we are the examples. People do not see our salah, they don't see our fasting, they don't see our hajj. They see our akhlaq, they see who we are. And based on that, they will judge Islam in this country. If a person saw an ad for a car, and it went 0 to 100 in this many seconds, and it had this type of wheels, and it had this type of dash, and when they got to the showroom, they found out that it's falling apart, it looks a lot smaller than it was, it doesn't really perform that well, no one will buy this car. So in the same way, Islam has a beautiful picture about it. But it's only when that picture is really presented to people that they'll really understand what Islam is about. And that's one of the big responsibilities we have as the future generations of this country. Inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding and tawfiq, and look forward to talking to you more about this as part of this program. Jazakallahu khair.